Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Friday, March 11th, 2016. Traders, great to be with you on a Friday, the end of our trading week. And what an exciting week it's been. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, like I said, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, bright blue sunny skies and white sandy beaches. All right, traders, got 6 currency charts to look at today. Talk about a little about some data that came out and get ready for our full trading day ahead. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I do record this during the Asia session, so if you're watching this in London session, you might want to count back about 11 candles, and you should be exactly where I am when I talk about the charts once we get to them in just a moment. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006, and in 2008 I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later came to Thailand, and well, I have to tell you, I'm in my 8th year and I'm still here in Thailand and absolutely having a great time. I'm trading Forex every trading day that I can. Traders, I do use fundamentals. I listen to the news. I pay for a news feed that keeps me updated on what is going on in the markets all the time. However, I'm a technician. I'd rather be looking at charts. I like using price action, price structure, even price failure with candlestick patterns, support, resistance. And, it's just great to be able to diagnose a chart and put that together with fundamentals and come up with a trade plan. Listen, we can come up with trade plans all day long. Doesn't mean they're going to work, right? So these are only trade plans, and we trade our plan and hope that it works out. And if it doesn't, we have good money management skills to make sure that we protect ourselves. Talk about fundamentals. I do not trade the news. I do not trade data when it's released. I normally wait about 40 minutes before I trade data releases, and then if it's within the trend and everything's looking good and all the sidecars are lined up, I will enter the trade. That's just a little bit about how I trade, but let's get moving and let's move over to our risk disclaimer and keep the legal people happy. Traders, Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, it's Friday, so let's take a look at some news and commentary. Let's see how the markets closed yesterday in Wall Street. The Dow 30 closed negative just barely at 0.03%. The S&P 500 closed positive just barely at 0.02%. The Nasdaq closed negative 0.26%, with the small cap 2000 closing at negative 0.96%. Let's move over to the Eurozone and let's look at the DAX. The DAX closed negative 2.31%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed negative 1.78%, and the CAC 40 out of Paris was negative 1.70%, with the Euro Stoxx 50 negative 1.18%. Traders, let's take a look what's going on over in Asia. Remember, these countries are currently trading as the Asian market is in full session. The Nikkei 225 is negative 0.33%, with the S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is positive 0.30%, with the China A50 out of Shanghai is negative 0.42%, and the Hang Seng is out of Hong Kong is positive 0.76%, and the Kospi is currently trading barely in the green, but it is up at 0.06%. Just let's look at our economic calendar today. Our economic calendar today, we have a lot of data, but they're all a lot of medium impact data. Okay, so what happened earlier in Asia today? Manufacturing conditions out of Japan came out at negative 4.9, and they were expecting 4.2. So that was a big hit for Japan today in the Asia session. That was data released just about 45 minutes into the Asia session. So as we make a look at what's going on at the London Open, like I said, a lot of medium impact. The Great British Pound has trade balance. And then if you take a look, we keep going down here, and we get to the U.S. markets. And again, all medium impact import price indexes today, export price indexes today. And Canada has its full employment change, unemployment rate for February, and employment change for February. That is a high impact news alert. Germany has CPI today, and also German has HICP, and I don't remember what that is, to be honest with you, but that is a medium impact event. And that's it for that as far as our data goes for today and our markets. So, like I said, we have 6 currency pairs to look at today, so why don't we get started? And let's head over to the charts. All right, this is the euro dollar. ECB President Mario Draghi spoke yesterday, and looks like quite a reaction. I was not around when he talked, and apparently the markets really liked what he had to say, and the euro is back up to almost 111. I think that's 111. Oh yeah, wow, 111.62 right now. It's if you take a look at this. So we're in this range at resistance, and we want to sell this, right? This is like a great time to sell the euro dollar. We just want to think this is going to come back down. We expect it to come back down, and we want to sell this. So remember, this is a news event that caused this price action to have these candles and price action come all the way up to this 1155 area, 1170 area, right? So we want to sell this at 1.1155, anywhere below that. We're going to take that all the way down to our 200 exponential moving average at 1.1011, and we'll get out at that point. I do see the daily pivot point there. I'm not concerned about it at all. We really have a wide open space no matter what this does. If it continues to the upside, we have a wide open space. You can see left of the chart, there is no price action. So if it continues up, it has a clear way to go. And when it comes back down, it has a clear way to go with no price action until we get to the 200 exponential moving average. And then if you look left of the chart, you can see we have quite a bit of price action. So again, I am bearish with the euro dollar, and I'm looking for a sell opportunity. We just wait for this to break out of this range, give us a nice bearish engulfing candle, and we'll take it short. All right, let's head over to the pound dollar. Sort of the same thing, responding to the data that came out, and apparently the ECB. And here, we're looking to get in this at 1.4290. And we want to get out again at the 200 exponential moving average at 1.4205. So this is an 80 pip trade, my friends, if this works. However, I do see the daily pivot, and I do see that we have support right under the daily pivot and also left of the chart. Look at all that price action. So we're going to get a bounce there. So you have to think about that when you place your trade. When you put in your intelligent stop, that you're going to get a bounce at that daily pivot. And you're going to be in a position where you can put your trade to break even. However, you're going to not have a lot of breathing room to give this, and there's a good chance you can get stopped out. So, again, you're going to have to give this some room and realize we're going to get a bounce at that 4235 area, 4250 area. Just remember, we're going to get some movement there, and it's going to get rejected there, okay? So we have to be aware of that. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie hasn't really done much. Now, I am bearish in the Aussie dollar. I'm not bullish in the Aussie dollar. I know a lot of people were bullish for a long time, and, that's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, it's still a bearish pair. However, we are above the daily pivot point, so I want this to go up to the R1 pivot. And we can get in this trade at 0.7495. I'm going to take this all the way back down to the 200 exponential moving average. Look at that support at that moving average. It's just amazing how the 200 EMA works. So we're going to get out at 0.7437. So this is like a 50 pip trade. and we'll see if we can get in this. Don't want to get in it now. This is a London Open trade. We're not going to do anything with this. There's no data in Asia today, so there's no reason to jump into this trade. So just sit back and sit on your hands and hold on and wait for a price to come to us. If it doesn't happen, you know what? We just won't take the trade. You can't take this trade to the downside below the daily pivot at now, because before you know it, you don't have enough room to get into break even before you hit that 200 exponential moving average. So we need this to come up as close as we can get to that R1, and that price is 0.7495. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. And again, this is all due to data, and we're at resistance right now, and we're waiting for the bearish candle stick, and I'm looking hopefully for a nice engulfing bearish candle, and we can get in this at 1.4950, and we're going to get out at, we have the daily pivot point and the 200 exponential in the same area, so we're looking to get out at 1.4834 in that zone. So just be alert to what's going on there. The nice thing is you don't have nothing left of the chart, so it's a wide open space, right? You can basically do whatever you want to do. So I think when price action does decide to come back down, I think it's going to be a nice fall for us and a nice trade. However, this is the Euro Aussie, and it does have its personality, and when it gets in a different side of the market, it tends to stay that way for a couple of days. So this would not surprise me if this trade plan did not work and this pair continued to the upside. So we'll keep an eye on it, but I'm bearish on the Euro Aussie. If you look at the higher time frames, we are bearish on the Euro Aussie. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Take a look at the Yen pair. Look at this price action. Again, we're at resistance. Same story, right? We're going to wait for this to come back down. We're looking for a bearish engulfing candle. We want to get below this range, though, and I should have marked this on this chart, but if you look at this price action, we really want to get below this. So if you look at this 126, we want to probably get in this at like 125.95. Okay, and yes, there is right below that we have the daily pivot point, but there's no price action left of the chart, so we would expect this to continue to the downside. We want to get out of this at 124.84, and we'll get out of this trade, and that's at the 200 exponential moving average. Alrighty, so we'll get out there. I think this is a decent trade. Just be careful with the yen pairs, my friends, because I think they're gonna do something. You never know. It's Friday, and they're good about sending out surprises, right? All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Folks, this is the same chart from yesterday. I just took the same shot from yesterday, and you can see there was no price action. We're at the same price level we were 24 hours ago. So there's no reason to do nothing here. We want this to come all the way back up to that 200 exponential moving average if we can. If not, we'll sell it at current price at 0.6692, and we'll take this all the way down. I don't have a take profit zone, but I'm looking at taking it back down to the support line that you can see there, and that's the S1 pivot point. So I would think we'd want to get down there. We want to make sure we get down there so we're break even and we're safe in the trade. Okay, traders, thanks for joining me, and that is our 6 currency pairs on a Friday. Some really difficult trade plans today, so be very careful on a Friday. I think the market's going to be slow today. I don't think there's going to be a lot of volume in the markets, and just be careful. Make sure you get your entry properly. If you don't get your entry, don't take the trade, okay, my friends? So we want to protect ourselves, alrighty? All right. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me on a Friday, March 11th, 2016. Traders, great to be with you, and we'll catch you in the next Asia session. Enjoy your weekend break, and I'll see you at the beginning of the next trading week. Take care, traders. Don't forget, Friday, after the New York close, we will have the Friday wrap-up, where I go over about 16 daily charts. We'll take a look at some price action. That's all we do is just look at price action about between 15 and 20 charts. We do that every Friday after the New York close. Hope to see you there. Take care, traders, and we'll talk to you next time. Take care.